Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Excuse me this morning if I look a little rough, cause I sure did just wake up and throw my clothes back on for this video for y'all. So we gonna get it. We gonna get into it. Today what I want to do is I want to do like a meal prep type video for everybody out there that's the beginners out there. I'm making this video specifically for I'm making this video specifically for one person, but at the same time, a lot of people out there need to or would like to know, about what I'm gonna talk about today. So today what I wanna do is I'm gonna go to the grocery store. Don't have no food in my refrigerator, but I want to give you guys some good ideas or show you how to meal prep. Now, I'm a beginner at everything I'm doing right now, the videos, the losing weight, the meal prep, the numbers, everything. So as I learn, I'm gonna teach you guys. So today, we're gonna get into meal prep, and I'm gonna show you what I do to meal prep my food as to how it helped me lose weight. Again, somebody reached out to me. I posted pictures online and of my weight loss journey, and I've lost a lot of weight over. I would say over a year's time. I've lost a lot of weight. Because I started, I think, May of last year. And, excuse me, I honestly didn't think that I was doing good, but when you go to the store, your clothes don't fit, you wash clothes and you put them on, the dryer, the dryer shrink your clothes. The dryer make your clothes shrink, especially if you use too much soap. But anyway, the dryer make clothes shrink. So for me to be putting on these clothes that was tight, like not suffocating tight, but tight to where you can see all my lumps, and to now be able to put them on to where you can't really see my lumps. It's a beautiful thing to me. So I'm gonna paste this video together like I've been doing the rest of them. We're gonna paste it together. We're gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna buy some food. I'm gonna go ahead on and cook today. I'm not gonna cook on camera for y'all, but I'm gonna go ahead on and fix my lunch. I've been doing kind of good over the last past weeks with trying to get back used to eating and trying to do my exercising, because I honestly fell off. Like, even though I lost a lot of weight, like, I fell off. Like, I got back into it. The biggest thing for me was is not going to fast food. Like, even though I don't exercise and even though I don't eat how I should, I don't eat fast food, because at the end of the day, fast food adds weight and air. That's what fast food adds. It adds air. It makes you bloated. Like, it don't necessarily, well, it add weight because it just sit there, but it makes you bloated. And I figured that out recently. We're gonna leave that subject alone anyway. So I'm at home right now. I just woke up. Like I said, please forgive me. I'm about to roll up real quick and go to the grocery store. I can't smoke inside the grocery store, but we're going to hit a little bit, then we're going to go. I don't like being high out in public, not by myself anyway, but here lately, I'm starting to not care. Y'all know I got to roll up on camera for y'all. Well, I ain't going to roll up on camera, but I got to smoke to get my video out. Even though I did good the other day. Anyway, new subject. Today is about meal prepping, so I'm gonna go ahead on, get myself together. We're gonna go to the stove. We're gonna walk around the stove. I'm gonna show y'all a few things, not a lot, but I'm gonna just show you how I do when I do my meal prepping. Okay. All right, y'all. Before I continue, before I leave out the house and get to the store, let me say this. What I'm about to say to y'all and what I'm about to show to y'all is not a recommendation for you to do anything. This is just simply something that I'm doing that has helped me. And I believe that if you attempt to follow the same guidelines, maybe you may see results, but I'm not currently a physician. I'm not a fitness expert. I'm not a health expert, a trainer, or nothing like that. What I'm about to do is simply show you how I change little things about my diet, not even a full diet, because my goal is to lose weight while still eating whatever I want. And so far, it has helped. The only thing, honestly, I really had to discipline myself on was eating fast food, because like I told my friend, McDonald's is 5 minutes away from my job. So when I'm running late and when I, don't eat, that's the go to. And I had to stop that because even though I was working out and I was exercising, by me still eating McDonald's, Riley's, White Castle, Wendy's, Burger King, um, and somewhere else like I used to go to all the time, by me eating that, if I wasn't losing weight, I was more so toning up, what I was putting in, which was honestly air. Because I say air because when you feel bloated, you start passing gas a lot. Like you start farting a lot, and then when you go to the bathroom, you can't use the bathroom like that. Why? Because they call it processed food or whatever. All that food is just sitting there. It ain't even being processed through your bodies. I'm gonna say correctly because after you eat certain foods, it's like, dang, that's going through me, but it's not really going through you. It's sort of kind of cleaning you out. Like, I don't think I want to get into a bunch of details today about that because it is about meal prepping, but yeah. I don't know if I spoke too much, but I just had to say that. All right, y'all. So I'm here at the grocery store. I decided to use today Giant Eagle as the store that I'm shopping in. Some people that's going to see this don't know about Giant Eagle. I didn't know about Giant Eagle until I came to Ohio. I'm gonna be honest. Giant Eagle is a little pricey, but so is a couple of other places. Like, I didn't want to go to Kroger because sometimes, like with Kroger, you can tell when they set up for certain type of people, and I don't like that. Like, I'm in the middle of two of them, and you can definitely tell the difference. Now, I'm not being biased about Kroger because I would have went to Kroger. I just ain't feel like driving to Kroger, and the one that's closer to my house, like, I don't like that one. But anyway, I'm at Giant Eagle, so I'm about to go in here. I was about to hop out the car and just go grocery shopping and say fuck y'all, but I'm about to go in here and we're gonna walk around the grocery store and I'm gonna buy what I know how to meal prep, and then I'm gonna show you guys some things on the shelves that that I feel like is good for beginners. Like, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a health expert, but again, I feel like this will help those that want to begin. Like, it's hard to transition from eating everyday food to knowing what to eat and what not to eat. And I feel like this is going to be a way for you to start, so that way over time you would get used to, no, maybe I don't want that. Like, I pick something else this time. Like, it's all about trial and error. Like, everybody's body is different. So everybody's body not going to process everything the same to lose weight or to gain weight. So by doing it like this is, for me, was an easy way for me to lose weight and an easy way for me to stay on track. So here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is spinach. Well, look, listen, I got my blueberries and I got my raspberries. I'm going to talk about that later, but we got my blueberries and my raspberries. But the first thing I want to talk about is spinach. Spinach is nasty, but from my understanding, spinach helps with detoxing the liver. I don't necessarily eat a lot of spinach, but spinach would be good for like salads. Like, a lot of people like eating iceberg lettuce. Instead of eating iceberg lettuce, try to add some spinach. Again, spinach is nasty, but it helps. It has helped me process a lot of food through my body, and we're gonna leave it at that. Before I started losing weight, I looked online to find something because I'm gonna be honest, back in the day I was homeless, and I say back in the day like it wasn't just 2 years ago, but I was homeless, and when I needed, food to help that wasn't fattening and that I could hold on my stomach, I learned that 100% whole wheat bread is not necessarily fattening. So I tried to. It's nasty. Again, it's nasty, yes, but once you get past the taste, like, it doesn't necessarily affect you. Something that I'm gonna meal prep today. This is good for those that that's losing weight, that want to control like portion size. You can use sliders. They're smaller than regular buns, smaller than regular sandwich bread. Like, I'm not gonna buy that today, but I'm gonna just use my regular bread for my lunch today. As far as your meat selection, when you're trying to lose weight, they say it's better to eat lean meat. The program that I'm using, that I downloaded, it said that a pork tenderloin is good because a tenderloin is supposedly more leaner or less fat than regular. So I only showed that to show, like, I'm not buying this, but this is supposedly healthier. Like, again, don't quote me on this because right now I'm just taking a guess, but I believe I have read online that a tenderloin is like the less fat part of the pork. Not gonna lie, I have eaten pork chops, so again, it's not necessarily, to me it's more so about portion size versus what you actually eat, at least to start anyway. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Far as ground beef, I've been told that lean ground beef is healthier. Yes, it's more pricier, but they said this is supposed to be healthier as far as losing weight and dieting and eating wise. Something else that a lot of people recommend is ground turkey. Like, to me, ground turkey stinks. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you, but it does taste okay. Like, it's all in your seasoning and all of that good stuff. Like, I feel like if you try to switch it up sometimes, maybe not even all the time, but if you try to switch it up, you might start seeing the difference. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you because for monetary purposes, I'm not going to buy the pricey lean meat, but I have in the past. But I am going to buy something. I'm not buying ground turkey, because like I said, to me, it stinks. And ground turkey is not something that you would want to sit, in my personal opinion, over time, not even in the freezer. Like, ground turkey is something you have to buy and cook that day to be fresh, in my personal opinion. Okay, so what I originally said is wrong about this. I had to delete and redo. So I'm gonna just stick what I originally said about these. These are something good for, like, to add to salads. Like, a lot of people are on diets and they they need stuff to add to salads, because eating a lot of lettuce is kind of hard when you're dieting and all you're eating is salad. So, this could be something that you can add, being it's already flavored. Like, a lot of people can't put a lot of dressing on their salad because of calories and everything, or because of, what's in it. So, in my opinion, this is something, like, you can take a couple of pieces, break it up, cut it in half, and then put it in your salad and keep it moving. Okay, far as portions, I want to show this because this is a better example of serving size and amount of servings per bag or per container. Like, this is something that you might feed your kids, something quick. Some you could throw in the oven, some you could throw in the deep fryer, some you could throw in the microwave. Okay, so they say one serving is 7 pieces. Like, if you know your child is not going to eat 7 pieces, or if you're not going to eat 7 pieces because that may be too much, like, cut it in half. Or, some people say they got to count calories. So if you got to count calories, if 7 pieces is 280 calories, cut it in half. Like, maybe 3.5 pieces or 3 pieces could be like 140 calories. Like, I don't necessarily like counting calories, but that's just an example of how you can portion your servings for stuff that you buy, because it tells you on the back. Like, sometimes it don't tell you how many pieces are serving there. Sometimes it'll say a certain amount of ounces and how many servings is in that bag. Nobody's really going to sit here and break down the amount of servings in one bag, but some people do, and it honestly helps with meal prep. And I guess I'll go over that maybe later. I don't know. Alright, now so far as water. So the real reason I like coming to Giant Eagle is because of their water prices. Like, this, when I first started losing weight, these was only $1. So I used to come in here and I used to get 5 at a time because I would take them to work. Now, again, water's nasty. I understand that. Water is nasty. Okay, nobody really likes water, but when you are trying to lose weight, they say staying hydrated is a way to lose weight. I was in here looking for a specific brand of water that they carry, but they don't have it, and it's very rare that I see it because honestly, I like it. But the type of water, what is it? Alkaline water. So alkaline water is something that I have started taking to. Again, it is pricey. Yes, it is pricey, but you can taste the difference. A lot of people they're starting to what is it? pH balanced water. So that's one reason why I get the life water, because you can taste the difference. It's a real big difference in tasting spring water, alkaline water, and tap water. Like, I don't like all waters, like all of the spring waters and like the alkaline waters, but some of them are good. Some of them are nasty and some of them are good. Like smart waters, they say smart waters ain't nothing. I don't know about that. Fiji is kind of okay to me. Core, that's really good too, but those are the only ones that I've tried. Like Propel, everybody got Deer Park back in the day when they came out. The spring water and all of that. Something else. I want to talk about these adding these juices and flavors, but I don't really know about these ones. Like, I'm not even about to sit here and take the time to do no research right now, because I do have to go to work later. But I did want to do this, and hopefully by the time I finish this video, I hope somebody gets something out of it. Alright, y'all, so excuse my belly, because I am still working on it. But anyway, this is the best I can get right now, so please forgive me. Now, right now, what I'm about to do is I'm about to show you how I meal prep. And I chose ground beef because when I first started, this is how I started learning how to meal prep. And ground beef was when I first started learning, I learned about, as I was showing you, about the lean meat. So when I did the ground beef, it was actually in a roll. So I couldn't find any rolls in the store today. I honestly don't believe that. Maybe I ain't look for it good enough, but I won't try to be in the store all day. So anyway, on here I got this. You probably can't really tell, but on here on the pounds, it says the weight is 1.34 pounds. So on the I tried to pick something that was close to 18 ounces. 1.34 ounces. I said pounds. Anyway, it's probably the same, but I tried to pick something close to something that I could divide evenly to try to kind of explain to you. So this is 1.34. 1 pound is 16 ounces. Now, on the program that that I'm following or that I'm using, the meal for my meals, my first and it's either the second and third meal or something like that. You gotta have 16 ounces. I mean, not 16 shit. Sorry, excuse me. 6 ounces of meat. Now, 6 ounces of meat, to some people, is going to be like, that's not enough. That is a lot of meat. And I'm definitely I'm about to show you now. So, something that I use for meal prep, or something that's good is parchment paper or wax paper. I'm not about to open up my cabinet. I hope y'all can see this. I hope this is I hope this is good. We're going to try to make some space for y'all. Something else would be, these are sandwich bags. They're not storage bags, but this is all that I could find. Again, I'm not rushing, but I'm rushing. So we about to do this. Hopefully the video don't cut off in the process of me doing all of this, because I'm trying to do this from my phone. And so being I'm doing it from my phone, it's kind of hard. Now, so, being that it's just me, I'm a single female, I don't have to feed kids. But what I'm about to show you now, you can use this. You can use this method for it. Like, if you have kids that that don't like to eat. Like what I'm about to show you, you can portion your food out so that way you're not necessarily throwing away food. And it don't always necessarily have to be meal prep. Is not always for people that's losing weight. Meal prep is also good. Like I said, when you have kids, or when you don't know what you want to eat, you need something quick to fix. It's not always about losing weight, but meal prep will help you with losing weight. Why? Because you will know what you cooking, know how much you cooking, know how much you're eating, and all of that. That's just my personal opinion. Don't quote me on that. Again, I am not a healthcare provider, no trainer, no nothing like that. This is simply stuff that helped me. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this like this because this is how it came in the form of it supposed to be 1.34 pounds or 1 pound 3.34 ounces. So for me, I know I have to have 6 ounces of meat. So me thinking I'm gonna just divide this in three because you'll get close. You'll get close to 6 ounces if you divide it by three. Even though a pound is only 16, like you can't divide 16 by three to get an even number. So that's why I just go ahead on and divide it in three because even if I know I'm not over my 6 ounces, I'll be under my 6 ounces. And I feel like it's better to be under versus over because that way on days when you have enough or you are over, it'll sort of kind of like balance it out sort of kind of anyway. Again, please forgive me for what I'm using. This is for beginners. I'm just trying to show y'all. So we're going to divide this in three, right? And it ain't going to be perfect. It ain't going to be perfect. So me being me, this is a lot of meat to be 6 ounces. Like this is a whole 2 slices of a meatloaf, maybe. I don't know, but anyway, 6 ounces of meat. Okay, what can you do? What can you do with one thing of 6 ounces of meat? Now again, I'm one person. So for me, this could be 3 tacos. This could be 1 burger, 2 burgers. This could be like a small thing of spaghetti. Like, you can grind up your beef and then maybe a third or a fourth of spaghetti noodles to make like you might could get 2 servings of spaghetti out of this, and that might not sound like a lot because I know when you make spaghetti you use all of it, but I'm just trying to give an example. Like, so for me, what I would do to further prep this for me, because when I first started I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with 6 ounces of meat? Like, how am I supposed to prepare 6 ounces of meat? And again, when I first did it, my I bought a roll, so it wasn't even this big. Like, so what I did was after I bought the roll, I cut it in thirds, and instead of me and I before I started using parchment paper, I would just take it and I put it in a bag and I put it in the freezer. Why? Because when I thawed out, what I did was I made sliders. That's the reason why I showed you guys the sliders, the slider bread, because at the end of the day, even though you eating sliders, you still get 3 sliders out of 6 ounces of meat. And like this still looks like a little bit more than 6 ounces to me, because normally my patties aren't that big. Like, for somebody that know how to cook, this could be 3 burgers. Like, no, it's not a lot of meat, but at the same time, what you're thinking about is what you're actually putting in, because some people can't eat a lot of meat. So making this into a slider, that might be too big for somebody. That might be still too much. So you might want to smush it down. And granted, different meat, that it cooks different. It's going to ball up. It's going to, unless you have like certain tools and equipment to, keep it flat and keep it whatever. But you know you got sliders. You can make sliders. You know you got kids don't want to eat. Okay, do you want a burger for yourself? Have that. Take that whole other 6 ounce or how much ever and make your burger. But give your kids, you know, the smaller portions because at the end of the day, you know that's all they gonna eat anyway. And then as far as this is a lot, and this is probably the most like I done made the most meat I done made into a slider. You know, like you can take that's 3 sliders. 1, 2, 3. Again, I don't know how this one is gonna process when you cook it, so it could draw up to be smaller. You know, you could mash it down a little bit more to make it a little bit bigger. You know, like it's all in what you use and how you use it. Like you can season it up, put it in the oven, whatever. All right, so we made 3 sliders. Or 3 burgers out of that 6 ounces of meat because again, like I keep saying, this is a lot, and I'm not used to working with all of this, but we gonna get it. So after you got your sliders cut, or after you got your meat prepped, however you want to prep it, because technically by me cutting it in threes already, it's already prepped for one portion of something or one serving of something. Again, I'm prepping 1.34 pounds of meat, so this is or isn't 6 ounces. It may be a little bit more, it may be a little bit less. I'm hoping that it's honestly a little bit less because again, I did not calculate in my head to properly process 18 ounces of meat to cut it in thirds. But when I get 16 ounces, I cut it in thirds because that's close enough for me. So then I gotta do all of that. All I do after I do all of that, then you just take it, boop, stick it in the freezer. Alright, guys, so I'm back home. Clearly, we did all of that. I hope somebody gets something out of what I just did. Again, this video should be beginner friendly. Again, this is just things that I've done in the process of me losing weight. Honestly, the biggest thing for me would be protein shakes because I have added that to my diet. Not really heavily, but more than in the past. Because in the past, I wasn't drinking them, but ever since I have been exercising and losing weight, I found that protein shakes help. We're gonna talk about that in another video, but that's something else I added. I was gonna take the time like to show the different servings and stuff. To show you, to go into deeper detail about breaking down the servings and how to fix a smaller plate versus just going in and grabbing a handful and going from there. Like when you first start losing weight, sometimes you have to eat less, sometimes you have to eat more. Either way you look at it, it's a struggle because you have a certain meal to follow, and that particular meal, it may leave you hungry, so you're forced to not eat again until maybe 2 or 3 hours later. And that's okay because that's how a lot of people control their weight, by eating smaller portions over a certain amount of period. Like in the morning, they'll get up, they'll eat their breakfast, whatever they have for breakfast. Because okay, they're not gonna stuff their face. They might, cause they might eat a big breakfast and eat, like small meals during the day. Like it's a lot. Okay, today was supposed to be about meal prep, so we gonna leave it at that. Again, if you guys would like, whoever, I'm sending this video to a couple people, and whoever end up seeing it, if you want me to talk about something, go into greater detail, please let me know. All of the stuff about to get pasted together. And yeah, I hope somebody learned something from it. I'm gonna send it to you. If you share it with your friends, thank you. If not, then thank you. But I hope you learn. Anyway, please.